Hello everyone, and I hope you had a good summer. It's been a few months since our last newsletter, and of course the world has turned around a few times since we all got reopened on May the 17th. Judging by the reports members are giving me, it's been a good summer, certainly at the coast, and that's really good to hear. And things seem to be getting back to normal in most of the sectors of BACTA's membership. Still a little way to go, I think, in the pub market, but things are moving in the right direction. I wish I could say the same about the Gambling Review. As I'm sure you'll be aware, we were, I think, anyway, sitting fairly pretty not just 3 or 4 weeks ago with John Whittingdale as our Minister, and a whole series of engagement with stakeholders from MPs to civil servants and others behind us over the course of the summer and early autumn. However, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, of course, decided to reshuffle his cabinet not so long ago, and as a result there's been wholesale changes within DCMS, our sponsoring department, which has meant that the only familiar face left is Nigel Huddleston, the Minister for Tourism, and we of course will continue to have a close relationship with him on tourist matters. But as for the Gambling Review, John Whittingdale has been replaced by an MP we don't know very well called Chris Philp. He's the MP for South Croydon. We have obviously welcomed him to his new role and requested a meeting, which I'm happy to say he has agreed to accede to, and we'll be seeing him very, very shortly. Of course, he's got a lot to learn. The great thing about John was that he knew our industry and he knew us well, and not only Chris, but his Secretary of State, Nadine Dorries, will have to be on a fairly steep learning curve across the whole gambling industry before they make any decisions about the Gambling Review. I would not be expected as a result for the white paper to be delayed beyond the end of this year. We were being told, and in fact the official line is still that we're being told the white paper will be here before the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if that now was January or February. That of course delays the whole process. You're then looking at summer recesses, you're looking at the legislative timetable, the grid as they call it, and how things can be slotted into what government wants to do. And believe it or not, we're even looking ahead to when the next election might be. Of course, that has to be before the end of 2014, but Prime Ministers can go early, and not many, in fact none as far as I can recall, have ever gone the full term. So could be running up against the next election, which is making things uncomfortable. Nevertheless, we proceed on the basis that we will get this review over the line, and the requests that we have made will be getting a good and thorough examination. I am pleased to say that in all our conversations with stakeholders, from ministers through MPs, through civil servants, the logic of what we've said in our submission to the Gambling Review has been, I would say, almost universally accepted. So that, I think, is something we should cling to as we continue with our lobbying exercises. Now, in that regard, all members can play their part. We have on the 24th of November our parliamentary reception in the House of Commons. It's from 6:30 to 9:30 in the evening, and it's on the day before the BACTA annual convention. So I hope members can come down for that, stay overnight and come to the convention on the 25th. The parliamentary reception in the House of Commons is a fantastic opportunity to do some lobbying. We will, or you can, invite your MP to pop down from their offices in the House and have a drink with us for 10 or 15 minutes. It gives us an opportunity just to get across some of the key points as well as some of the frustrations we're experiencing as an industry. And it's an opportunity we should not pass up. So again, please put that in your diaries. Try and get down on the 24th of November, stay overnight and come along to the convention on the 25th. I'd also like to take this opportunity to remind you that on the 10th of November we will be holding a virtual SR exchange, social responsibility exchange. We didn't hold one in 2020 for obvious reasons, but the previous two physical versions of the event in London and Manchester were very well received, and we hope the online version will be just as valuable to you and to your staff. We've got some great speakers lined up. We'll be talking about many of the issues around social responsibility as we've now got reopened. Good opportunity, in fact, to remind staff of some of the obligations that we're under as an industry and some of the techniques that they can employ to discharge our social responsibilities. We'll also be giving a further demonstration stroke teaching on the new Bacta portal, which I'm pleased to say was launched just over a week ago and has gone down really well amongst the membership. It's great to see. It's been a long time in the making, not helped by the lockdowns, of course, and both the customer interaction and the self-exclusion modules of the portal are working extremely well, and I am sure as we move forward that that will become an indispensable tool for every arcade up and down the country, especially as we begin to add new functionality to it around age verification testing, training, crime alerts, just all your general logs and so on. And I'm also very pleased to say that we will have a new member of staff who will be driving that forward. I'll say no more at the moment because we've got to get a press release out, and that will tell you all you need to know about the new member of staff who will be looking after membership, social responsibility and compliance. But in the meantime, I will sort of welcome him very much to the organisation, and I hope you will. In fact, I'm sure you will when you get to meet him in due course. So thank you very much for that. Please do keep me informed of any issues that are troubling you or any issues that you can see bubbling up on the horizon. One, for example, that is catching my eye, or two actually, interconnected, is staff and staff costs. Availability of staff is an issue across all sorts of industry, not least ours. And also cost pressures. There's a lot in the papers at the moment about that. We're certainly seeing it in the amusement machine industry, whether it's monitors to processors to even other parts of cabinets or other parts of machines. Lead times have gone right out, and that is going to have an impact on prices and it's going to have an impact on availability. We've got to keep a very close eye on that. Hopefully things will sort themselves out. Supply chains tend to do that, but it will take some time. As I say, please do keep me informed of any of these issues. I do listen and I do take them up with government and with other stakeholders wherever I can. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you at ACOS, if not before. Bye-bye.